In spite of my appearance, I am a firm believer in consent. That's a thing for me, everybody. You can see it, you know? I look like my only fitness goal is to not let another victim get away. That's all it is. Right? Mostly cardio and hand strength, honestly. Was that too far? Because, boy, you're in trouble. I grew up in Tillamook, Oregon, or as I like to call it, Alabama by the sea. Just a terribly, racist, you know? I went to Tillamook High School. The mascot from my high school was the Cheesemakers, which sounds hilarious till you realize it's just grimly prophetic. Like, that's just what you're gonna do when you graduate, right? Tillamook High School is located between a dairy farm, a cheese factory outlet, and a lumber mill in case you want to branch out after you graduate. It's a shithole. Hated it. I am 49 years old. Tried really hard not to get here. Turns out when they say the drugs will kill you, not a promise. Did you know that? It's just one possibility out of many. Another one is this right here. You can just end up like me, you know? They didn't even tell me which drugs, so I did my favorite drugs. I did a fuck ton of mushrooms and acid. That's what I did. It did not kill me, it just made me super goddamn weird. Like I would sip kombucha at a Slayer concert. That's kind of the vibe I'm giving off. It's not true though. Kombucha's fucking gross. It tastes like Muppet piss, right? Drinking kombucha tastes like you're getting R. Kelly'd by Grover. It's fucking disgusting. Should be illegal. But I am 49, and which means I'm turning 50 in like 8 months. And when I was a kid, I was just like a huge proponent of it's better to burn out than to fade away, right? And I just did not expect to pick door number 2. That's all I'm saying. Right? Thought I was a burnout guy, 100% fader, that's for sure, right? And it's too late. I can't burn out now. You can't burn out at 50. That's just fucking sad, right? If I died of a cocaine overdose at a sex party at 22, people are like, that kid lived like a savage. If I die like that at 50, it's like you embarrassed your whole family, you asshole. Fuck out of here. Sad. I am adopted, clearly. And people use it as an insult. They'll be like, you weren't wanted. Oh, really? Because my parents spent $10,000, filled out 500 pages worth of paperwork, and waited 3 years on a waiting list for a white baby because they're racist. Your mom just came to your dad with a positive pregnancy test and was like, and he was like, yeah, that's it, right? One of us was wanted, it's this guy right here. I'm a selected baby. You people are lottery babies. Your parents pulled on a handle, you fell out of the slot. You're not fucking special. But because I'm adopted, people think I have a lot of skin in the abortion game. They ask me shit like, hey, how would you have felt if you'd have been aborted, right? I'm like, well, I would have felt like you saved me about 49 years worth of hassle. I'm not saying I'm sad to be alive, right? But if something had come to me in the womb and said, hey, Dan, spoiler, your name's gonna be Dan. Hey, Dan, here's the entirety of your life. Do you want to live it? I'm like, ugh. Bust out the Cuisinart, son. Get me the fuck out of here. Don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. I clearly don't have a lot of positive thoughts, in case that wasn't obvious. Honestly, I've thought about killing myself every single day since I was 5 years old, right? Which means I've had some adorable suicide ideas, guys. Holy shit. What is cuter than a 5-year-old swinging from a banister by a sock monkey, huh? Maybe if I drown myself in a bowl full of Life cereal, because irony's a thing. It's not an insistent voice, it's just a constant one. And I recently found out that they have a term for it. It's passive suicidal ideation. But it should be really called as passive aggressive suicidal ideation. Because it's just got a shitty roommate in my head, and every morning I wake up to another post-it note on the fridge that's just like, hey, someone forgot to clean the kitchen again. And oh, P.S., maybe kill yourself. That's all it is. And every morning I just got to take that post-it note off, like, no, I'm not going to do it. And I'm not. I'm definitely not, but I have come close. Close enough that I honestly considered calling a psychiatric hospital, checking myself in. But I didn't want to go to just any psychiatric hospital. I wanted to go to the best one. So I Googled psychiatric hospital reviews. Would you believe uniformly negative? Holy shit, right? Just all of them were like, they gave me the wrong meds when I complained, 1 star. It was like that over and over again. And it was so funny to me. I started laughing so hard. Like tears coming down my face. I laughed so hard I didn't want to kill myself anymore. So psychiatric hospitals do work. It's just not the way you're thinking. Oh my God, is that what I'm... All right. And this next one's gonna be just for you. I'm a nerdy guy, in case you don't have eyes and can't see, that's who I am. Nerdy enough that I have my favorite rocket ship. It's the Space Shuttle Challenger. Does anybody remember what happened to the Space Shuttle Challenger? If you're not familiar, here's how it went. Cool, fucking amazing. It was great. It was a rocket that flew in the air and blew up. We call that shit fireworks. We love it. And when I was a young man, I got to watch a $5 billion bottle rocket blow up at 10,000 feet. And when that happened, I laughed as hard as I've ever laughed in my entire life. Because I'm not sure if you remember, but there was a teacher that won a contest to get on that space shuttle, right? And as she was getting on, they had a close-up of her face. And the look on her face said, this is going to be the greatest moment of the rest of my life. And she was 100% correct. Holy shit. Well done, Nostradamus. How'd you figure that out? Yeah, sure, it's sad. She died. Sure, whatever. But she died on a rocket ship. We're all gonna fucking die. No one's gonna die on a rocket ship. If you ask me how I wanted to die, 100 out of 100 times, fucking rocket ship. I absolutely want to detonate in the stratosphere and scatter my ashes all the way across the eastern seaboard. It'd be tight as shit. If that's not your answer, maybe you're the weird one. All right. Good on you so far. Was that the light? Oh, cool. Had to check. You never know. The way I look, people ask me a lot of weird fucking questions, you know. One time somebody asked me, hey, Dan, if you had to commit a mass shooting, where would you do it, right? And I said an NRA convention. Yeah. Because that way, all I have to do is go and walk in, put 2 bullets in the ceiling, and go hide, and they're going to take care of all the rest. Oh, man. It's going to be mousetraps and ping pong balls, guys, but instead of ping pong balls flying around, it's going to be bullets and pieces of redneck. Every single person in there is going to have the best last 2 minutes of their lives, right? They all going to be a star of their own action movie, of a fucking hero. Not only that, I can come out of hiding when it's all said and done. Find one of the 30 or 40 guys wearing a t-shirt that says, you can pry this gun out of my cold dead hands. Pry that gun out of his cold dead hands. Take a selfie right on the spot. Boom, right here, sorry, Jethro. I just made your hillbilly nightmares come true. I don't know how many bros you guys have the misfortune of hanging out with. But when you hang out with a lot, as a man, you're probably going to get asked the following question. Would you suck a dude's dick for $1 million? It's a dumb fucking question. Because nobody ever asks the opposite question. Nobody's ever like, hey, would you eat a lady's pussy for $1 million? I don't have that kind of money. Maybe I could take out a loan? I don't know. No, Dan, they pay you. What? Holy shit. Man, I would eat 1 million pussies for $1 a piece. I know it would take me some time, but I'm going to clear my schedule, everybody. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.